Hey all, welcome once again to another day, another story from Sikkim. Today is day 416 of Chandigarh to Australia cycling trip and day 7 of cycling in Sikkim. My first task was to repair my bicycle because last night the brake stopped working and this was the reason. That material from the plate on shoe pad was completely washed away. That is why the brakes were not working. So I had put another brake pads and it's working fine now. This is Indian Oil petrol pump. City name is Namchi, which is the district headquarters of Sikkim. So we made a plan. Prashant wanted to go and see the Char Dham. Hold on, no. Not that Char Dham. There is a Char Dham replica which is built here in Namchi. He wanted to go and see that. And time being, I thought, okay, you go and see that. I will sit here and edit my today's video. So with this plan, he left for that place. And after taking permission from the staff, I sat in their room on a table and started working on today's video. But after 10 minutes, one of the staff member came and said that, sir, you have to go. We cannot allow you to sit here and work. I felt little bad. Let me tell you honestly, there was a time when I thought that it won't be possible to release the video today because I have not even started editing. But what could have been done? After packing my stuff, I started riding in search of another place to sit and work. On Google Map, I set the location of Melli. Melli is the last city of Sikkim and started the ride. Soon I reached to a junction. I was standing there and reading that signboard. Jorthong is 20, Gelsing is 62, which is in West Sikkim, and Soreng is 40, Dramdin is 49. Google Map is saying me to take the right turn from here, sharp right. A gentleman from his shop came out and he told me this.
तो ये गलत दिख रहा है।
गलत दिखा रहा है?
ये रोड तो ये सही है, लेकिन यहाँ से वॉक उधर है, उस साइड।
हाँ तो जाना तो इधर है, ये जो नीला लाइन है ना सर, ये रूट है।
बट देखे तो मल्ली जाने हैं, देखिए यहाँ तो मल्ली रोड। मल्ली जा रहे हैं। ये आपको रास्ता दिख रहा है। किसी ढूंढ रहा है।
They helped me to put the right location on the map and said me to follow this new one. अभी ये दिखाएगा ना मेरे को?
हाँ जी, वही रास्ता दिखा रहा है।
ये है नामची मानपुर रोड।
जी मानपुर रोड।
ओके, थैंक यू जी। ये रूट भी था लेकिन ये लंबा रूट
ये रूट बहुत लंबा है।
Okay. Namchi city is crowded in the main market area only. Remaining other streets were totally empty. Time was 9:30 a.m. I saw many big brand showrooms there in Namchi. Being Namchi, it's situated on a top of a mountain. So here you will find many steep down, many steep ups. On one such a steep, when I was putting lots of effort and making my bicycle to climb, a gentleman started pushing my bicycle from behind, parking his scooter roadside. Let's meet the gentleman. नाम क्या आपका?
मेरा एजर राय।
After this point, I was riding on a downhill. This road was very nicely made and it was really fun to ride on this because it was not steep. All the time, my brain was trying to find out possible places where I could sit and start working on my video. On one such a turn, I saw a restaurant. Making my bicycle stand near the wall, I asked from this lady if I can sit here and work, and she happily agreed on that. So in one of the corner, I sat on a table, putting my laptop on charging and started working. I ordered for a plate of veg momo. So she said that momos will be ready in another 1 hour. I ordered for a cup of tea for myself and a packet of biscuit for this beautiful dog couple. One doggy, second doggy. This is for you. You came first. No. Don't steal. This is for you.
Husband and wife.
Huh?
Husband and wife.
Really?
Really?
Oh, they are the couples. No. Okay, सब कुछ नहीं छीनना उससे, okay? Okay, last two. Okay, one each. This for you. This is for you. Now enjoy. Okay? I was sitting there and working on my video. So much. Very kind of you. What's your name, ma'am?
Salima, right?
SHALIMA. Salima Rai. My name is Amit. Thank you. Yeah. Amit Tyagi. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is the time when she came back with another cup of tea because momos will take some more time. ये सिक्किम का tea इधर. Is it salty or?
Salty.
It's salty basically, huh? Oh,
Salty.
that's really okay. Thank you so much. Soon, her husband also came to the shop. He came to show me those vegetables which he had just brought from the farm.
ये गिलौला है।
अच्छा, हम इसको बोलते हैं काली तोरी। काली तोरी। तब
जो
प्रॉन होता है ना छोटा वाला प्रॉन,
हाँ।
प्रॉन के साथ खाता है,
अच्छा,
प्रॉन के साथ
प्रॉन के साथ कुक करते हैं इसको।
बहुत अच्छा है।
हम इसको चने की दाल के साथ।
ये
और
चूचे,
हाँ।
ये चूचे करेला होता है,
अच्छा ये करेले, हाँ ये करेला है ना, इधर ऐसा होता
चूचे
है।
करेला होता है, इसको ये चिकन के साथ खाता है।
Okay. Finally, I got the momos plate. Here they serve momos with some soup and chili chutney.
मोमो है, ये सिक्किम का वेज मोमो।
Okay.
चटनी
अचार भी चटनी सिक्किम का है, ऑर्गेनिक, हमेशा लोकल डिश देता है।
That's so wonderful. Thank you. Looking very delicious. So this is how it is being served here. That's nice. I found these momos are not only good looking but they are very delicious. The spices in the momos are very balanced and that chili chutney is very spicy. I was loving that. So I was sitting there working on the video and having the momos at the same time. There were not many customers at this time of the day. Both of them are very nice and friendly. The kind of interest and attention I was getting from both of them made me forget the shame which I had this morning when at that pump that staff member came and asked me to leave that place. I really felt bad at that time, honestly. But no hard feelings. I am enjoying more here. This is a better place. कहाँ से खेत में से क्या या?
नहीं, हम लोग का उधर में छोटा बाड़ी है ना।
हाँ, बाड़ी में से। और इसको आप क्या बोलते हैं?
ये दूसरा वाला टमाटर है।
अच्छा, इसको आप टमाटर बोलते हैं?
मेडिसिन भी है डायबिटीज का।
अच्छा।
ये आप खा के टेस्ट कर।
इसको हम बचपन में जब खाते थे ना, तो इन यूपी वी कॉल इट भंबोलन, कागजी भंबोलन।
वो बहुत अच्छा होता है ना।
हाँ, टेस्टी तो बहुत होता है। खेतों में जब उगता है ना, तो हम इसको तोड़ तोड़ के खाते थे।
ये जो दूसरा है, ये दूसरा।
हाँ, ये टमाटर है।
ये दूसरा है।
जी जी बिल्कुल।
इसको आप लोग क्या बोलता है? हम लोग को तो इधर में बी बोलता है।
बी डबल ई।
ओके।
हमारे उधर ये होता ही नहीं है।
ये नहीं होता है?
ये होता नहीं है। ये करेला भी उधर नहीं होता ऐसा वाला।
छोटा छोटा इतना छोटा होता है।
हाँ, ये तो हमारे वहाँ पे मिलेगा आपको। लेकिन ये जो करेला है ना,
ये चूचे चूचे
चूचे चूचे करेला बोला था आपने।
ये हम लोग चिकन के साथ देता है ना। हमारा इधर होम स्टे है,
हाँ,
7 रूम है।
ओके।
ये सिलगुड़ी का रास्ता है, हाईवे रोड है, कोलकाता का, बांग्लादेश का।
हाँ,
वो लोग आया था, देसी चिकन के साथ दिया था। ये
क्या
बहुत
बात।
अच्छा लगा, बोल रहा था।
बहुत बढ़िया बात है। तो किस नाम से होम स्टे है यार?
बगन बेली।
बगन बेरी।
ये सिलगुड़ी का रास्ता है, हाईवे रोड।
हाँ, इस पे आएगा। ओके, वेरी गुड सर। जो ऊपर का छिलका होता है ना, उसकी सब्जी अल्टीमेट बनता है। सूखा सब्जी बनाओ, करी वाला नहीं। हाँ, छिलका निकालो और उसका सब्जी बनाओ, सूखा आलू के साथ बनाओ मिक्स करके।
आलू के साथ।
हाँ,
बहुत अच्छा होता है।
बहुत टेस्टी होता है। मेरी फेवरेट है। आपका क्या नाम है?
मेरा ज्ञानदीप राय।
ज्ञानदीप।
ज्ञानदीप राय। आपका?
अमित। Good. I'm liking the spicy chutney with momos. Okay, so this is the chili which was there in that chutney and
डल्ले खोसाली बोलता है।
they call it akbari. Sorry?
डल्ले खोसाली बोलता है
किसको?
इसको डल्ले खोसाली।
डल्ले घोसाली। हाँ हाँ,
डल्ले घोसाली।
एग्जैक्टली। और अकबरी भी नाम है इसका है।
बड़ी भी बोलता है।
ये छोटी सी है पर बहुत तीखी है।
मोमो के साथ अच्छा है।
Yeah, look at my condition. But I'm really enjoying it. It's good food. I found that she's a mother dog and she needs to feed her puppies, so she needs more food. She's always hungry and asking for more. So I purchased another packet of biscuit and fed her. I also shared a few of my momos with her, and let me tell you, she was not afraid of having chilies and spices in the momos. See, look at this doggy. She is eating momos. Don't you think they are very spicy for you? What do you say? No? Not spicy? Ah, you can hear, I can sense it. It's very chilly for you, isn't it? Oh yeah, in all this I forgot to tell you about Cycle Yatri. So after reaching to this place, I called him up and told him the whole story. I also have shared the location of this place so that he can come back and we will have our lunch together. But you know what happened? By mistake, while talking on the phone and riding, he skipped this location. Now he is waiting for me around 4 kilometers ahead of this place and he is not daring to come back because it is a steep climb from there to this point. Now seeing that he is not going to join me for lunch, I ordered a plate of noodles. I told Cycle Yatri that my video will complete by 3 o'clock, so he has to wait, which he agreed upon. During the lunchtime, there were few more customers who have came, and soon it was 3 o'clock. So after exporting the video, I said them goodbye and started the ride. I was riding really fast on that downhill so that I can catch Cycle Yatri as soon as possible, because he was waiting for me from a very long time. We were together again and started the ride, but from this point onward, the road became very steep. I started facing the same problem of brake failure, despite of the fact that I have changed the new brake pads this morning only. But it seems this is the problem with the disc brakes. If they becomes hot, then they tend to stop working, or the effectiveness of the brakes reduced with that. At a point when I was standing roadside and waiting for the disc brakes to cool down, I saw a unique kind of entry gate and also a unique kind of signboards which were made using the wooden planks. The turns were getting sharper and steeper. Because of having a very lightweight bicycle, Cycle Yatri was enjoying his ride, but it was very torturous for me. I was struggling very badly. But with each turn, we were losing the altitude. At one point of a time, I realized that we have come down a lot because we were riding on the level of a river. And also the weather was getting hotter. It was 4 o'clock when I saw a roadside stall and thought to have a cup of tea. We sat under a shed outside the stall where a police jeep was also parked. While talking to them, we had that tea and started the ride again after saying them goodbye. Few hours ago, we were riding on the top of those mountains, but now we are riding in a lower area. Here, the roads were almost flat, no uphill, no downhill, just the plain road. Seems like we have came out of the mountains of Sikkim, but not from Sikkim. This is the time when I saw a milestone. Siliguri is 63 and Gangtok is 62. Almost same, and we have come down very low. We can feel the heat of this atmosphere after those chilly nights on the altitude of 2000 meters. And look at the mountains, they are all above us. Earlier we used to be on those mountains. Within a day, everything has got changed, including the views and the weather. We also faced a small jam, and it was because the road was damaged. I saw a beautifully made signboard. Sikkim, where nature smiles. What a beautiful signboard they have made. Time was 5:10 p.m. and it was getting dark, because in Sikkim I never got a chance to see the sunset, but I can definitely see a beautiful moonrise happening right now. It's so beautiful behind the building and a tree between two street light poles. Amazing view. In Sikkim, we could not get a chance to see the sun as it was cloudy there in Sikkim. As per this milestone, it's 2 kilometers only. This is the Melli city. Those are the mountains, and in the sky that is the full moon. And in the moonlight, this city is really looking very beautiful. Looks like a very small kind of a city, and I will go to a petrol pump and stay, and beautiful moon is there in the sky over the mountains. I'm loving it. With the help of Google Map, we arrived to this HP petrol pump. Looking for petrol stations nearby. 220-meter Indian Oil Hindustan 100, which is open 24/7. So maybe I can go and check with this Hindustan Petroleum. When we asked for the permission, initially they refused, but with some request, they finally agreed upon. It was already 6:30 and I had only 30 minutes to make a thumbnail and subtitle etc. so that this video can reach to you on time at 7 o'clock today. Somehow, I made it on time. So right now we are on the border of West Bengal and Sikkim. City name is Melli, and as soon as we cross this entry gate and that bridge over Teesta river, we will be in the West Bengal. So this pump is in Sikkim, and that road across the river is in West Bengal. Because this is the border, so they were checking the papers and the documents of all the commercial vehicles. Teesta river is like a divider. Look at those cars with the headlights on, running on that road in the dark. They were looking differently beautiful. We crossed the entry gate where it was written "Welcome to Sikkim." After crossing the bridge, we entered to West Bengal. We came here so that we can have some food. It was 7:40 p.m. when we locked our bicycles together and covered it with a plastic sheet and tied it properly. We put our tents on the bank of river in one corner. The views from the tent were really amazing. Today we have covered a distance of 37.5 km at an average speed of 8.7 km per hour, and the highest point which we climbed was 470 meters. My today's expenses are rupees 130 for that plate of momo and the noodles at that restaurant, along with 2 packets of biscuit. Rupees 150 for the dinner. Rupees 40 for that cup of tea. The payment was made paid by Prashant. So my today's expenses are 130 plus 158, 280 rupees. So this is how our journey in the Sikkim came to an end. So these last 7 days riding in Sikkim were the most beautiful days of my whole journey. Not only the places are beautiful in Sikkim, even people are also very beautiful. So from day one when I entered to Sikkim via Rangpo, the kind of people I met with, the way they have supported me, helped me, that is telling a story about the whole India, that all the Indians are kind and helpful. This is only the politics and the religion which divide us. Many names and many faces are coming in my mind when I'm thinking about my journey in a reverse order. Subhash, Dheeraj, Binod Bhai, Pema, Roshan, Kailash Bhai and Manju Behan, Tilak Sharma and family, Anup, Ajay. These are the few which I would love to mention again here. So I can say one thing, when you are planning to come to Sikkim, come here without second thought, because here you will not only find the beautiful places, beautiful nature, you will find the beautiful hospitality also. Here you don't have to worry about the expenses. Nobody is going to charge extra from you. So plan a trip to Sikkim, come here and support this beautiful state. So this is the last day of cycling here in Sikkim. Tomorrow onwards we will be riding in West Bengal. After crossing West Bengal we will enter to Assam and our northeast cycling ride will start after that. I have made a video telling how the people of Sikkim treats a cyclist or a tourist from North India. That is a video which will tell you and show you how beautiful the people of Sikkim are. I'm giving you the link of that video here. After this, please go and watch that. And those who have supported me on my journey, their names are given here. So thank you so much. Take care of yourself. We will meet soon with a story of a new day from West Bengal. Take care. Keep smiling. Bye bye.